Today, we're diving into an extraordinary story of survival that seems almost too miraculous to be true. It's the tale of Jean Hilliard, also known as the Ice Woman. This incredible story is a testament to the resilience of the human body and the power of hope. Let's get straight into it. Jean Hilliard was an ordinary 19-year-old woman living in rural Minnesota. On December 20th, 1980, she was driving home late at night in sub-zero temperatures after visiting a friend. The roads were icy, and Jean lost control of her car, which slid into a ditch. Stranded in the middle of nowhere and fearing the cold, she decided to walk to a friend's house about 2 miles away. The temperature that night plunged to a bone-chilling -22 degrees Fahrenheit. Jean was dressed lightly in just a coat, gloves, and cowboy boots, far from adequate for such harsh conditions. As she trudged through the snow, exhaustion and the bitter cold took their toll. Just 15 feet from her friend's house, she collapsed and lay unconscious in the snow. Jean was discovered the next morning at around 7 a.m. by her friend Wally Nelson. He found her frozen solid, her eyes wide open and staring blankly. She was so stiff that he could barely fit her into his car to drive her to the hospital. Her skin was frozen solid. Her body temperature was too low to register on a thermometer, and she had no detectable pulse. By all accounts, Jean Hilliard appeared to be dead. Dr. George Sather was the physician on duty at the Boston hospital. When Jean arrived, he and his team were astounded by her condition. Her body was so frozen that they couldn't even pierce her skin with a hypodermic needle. They wrapped her in electric heating pads in a desperate attempt to slowly thaw her out, all while knowing the chances of her survival were slim to none. Hours passed, and to everyone's amazement, Jean began to show signs of life. Her heart started beating faintly, and she began to regain consciousness. Against all odds, Jean was alive. As her body temperature slowly rose, she gradually came back to life. By noon, she was moving and speaking, albeit with severe frostbite and immense pain. Jean's recovery was nothing short of miraculous. Despite the severe frostbite, she suffered no permanent damage. The doctors had initially feared that she would lose her legs due to the extent of the freezing, but within a few weeks, Jean was walking again. She left the hospital with little more than a few scars and an incredible story of survival. The medical community was stunned. Cases like Jean's defied logic and understanding. Theories suggested that her slow thawing process might have helped prevent tissue damage and brain injury, but the full explanation remains a mystery to this day. Jean Hilliard's survival is often cited as one of the most remarkable medical recoveries ever recorded. Jean's story has since become a symbol of hope and resilience. It's a reminder of the human body's incredible capacity to endure and overcome even the most extreme conditions. Her experience continues to inspire and baffle people around the world.